Okay, today I'm going to make spaghetti sauce in the crock pot. I'm going to use my home canned tomatoes. I have 2 quarts. Then the rest of this stuff is all dehydrated vegetables that I had dehydrated over the summer. Okay, and we got, like I said, 2 quarts of tomato sauce. I have total of 4 cups of pre-cooked browned beef and pork. There's no seasoning in this at all. I'm going to add, probably a teaspoon of my kale powder. This is tomato powder. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of that. It's for a thickening agent like tomato paste. This is a 1/4 cup of dehydrated white onion. This is a 1/4 cup of dehydrated button mushrooms. And this is mixed green and red bell peppers, 1/4 cup. Okay, now let me go to the other side here. And for my spices, I'm going to start with this. I've got 1 tablespoon of parsley, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. It's got rosemary, all that other stuff. This is a tablespoon of fresh ground fennel seeds. Then I have a teaspoon of garlic, minced dried garlic, a teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 bay leaves. Okay. And then I'm going to put in, maybe I'll have to plug it. In here I have a 1/4 cup of carrots that I dehydrated. It's going to add a little sweetness to the sauce, and I'm going to grind those up. That way I can hide them from little eyes that don't like stuff in their thing. And this is they're dedicated to just my grinding my foods and stuff. I like to stop it and restart it.
No coffee in this one, huh?
No coffee in this one. Sometimes I like to add zucchini, but I didn't dehydrate any zucchini this last season. But I think I might try it in
Well, if you have fresh
my
lots
future.
in the store, you can put it in there.
Mm-hmm. It's not perfectly ground, but you know
That's
what?
close enough.
It's pretty good. And I'm going to put that in.
You got a bunch of shadows.
Put that in there for you so you can see. And that's the ground up carrots. Now all we do is just dump it all into the crock pot. Plug it in, turn it on high, and let it cook all day. Thank you, and we'll come back later when it's done. A little glitch here. I've dumped in my hamburger, which is pre-cooked. It's still frozen, but it's going to be cooking all day, so no problem. I ran out of dehydrated celery, so I'm using about a cup of fresh celery. I have my mushrooms, my onions, and my bell pepper in there. And now I'm going to I mixed my carrot and tomato powder together. I'm going to dump that in there, just sprinkle it across. And then I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of kale powder.
This is not normal. This is just...
It's not normal. It's just getting a little bit of extra nutrition into the soup or sauce. Okay, and then here goes in all of my spices. Just like a dump and go. Okay, put this aside. I'm going to go ahead and give this sauce a quick stir. I'm going to add 2 quarts. So that's not bad sauce. It's pretty
you're going to need some water.
pretty nice sauce. I probably will. You can get me one of those. Okay, yeah, we can put that.
Stir that around
And
the other one if you still need it.
I'm going to.
We can pour this one into there, whichever way
Yeah.
you want to go.
I I like to take my sauces and mix them together, get every bit. I spent all that time canning it. I want it all. That should be good enough.
If it's too thick later, we'll add more.
Yeah. And we're going to give this a quick stir. Now, you know, this is quite a bit of sauce. It's not quite what I normally make, but I do freeze it for late use in other recipes and stuff. So, okay.
Smells good already. You haven't even turned it on.
I know. Where's the lid? Here's the lid. We're going to turn it on. We're going to select, on this model, we'll select manual. And we're going to cook it on high. Push enter. I may come back later and put it on low. Just depends on how well it's doing.
We'll go at least a couple hours on high.
Yeah. And everything.
Want to get the meat thawed and everything going. By the time it starts boiling or whatever, then we'll turn it down to low and simmer all day.
I will taste it later for salt or pepper or anything we want. I don't like adding it too early because I don't eat a lot of salt in this. None of us do in the house. So, thanks for coming and watching, and hopefully later on when it's done, I'll be back with you. Okay, it's been over six and a half hours since we started this, and I added some salt and pepper to it, and there we go. There's our sauce. I'm gonna put it on some penne noodles and some spaghetti squash.
That's the noise in the background.
Yep. And I gotta pick out the bay leaves. You don't want to eat those. Alright. Looking pretty good. Yum, yum, yum.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you enjoyed watching the video. And if you
have any questions,
let me know. I'll try to answer them.